Good evening, everyone. If you all can hear me well, please unmute yourself and say yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Gaurav.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes,
Sweta.
sir.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you, Janvi. So, anyone here for the first time? It's your day one. You are attending with us for the first time live. None? Okay. So, what we'll do, we can wait for a minute or so, and then we'll take a deep dive into learning. However, uh, okay. So I think we'll continue with this. So today what we are going to learn is that very critical, and this is all about domains. Okay. So I'm going to ask you all from which domain you are connected. Means in the past, if you have worked somewhere or you have any knowledge. So I just wanted to have idea from which domain you are coming from. So let's start with Dhara. Dhara, are you connected with any domain coming from any experience?
No, it's been like 10 years. I used to work in BNY Mellon as
Okay,
a
so you
accountant.
have bit understanding of banking, may I say?
Yeah, accounting,
Okay,
like
okay,
investment accounting.
accounting investment. Yeah, thank you so much, Dara, for sharing that. What about you, Janvi?
No, sir. Actually, I do not have any experience.
Okay, you have not yet worked. You're
No.
just okay. Okay, you will be working. Thanks, Janvi, for sharing.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Seep. Seep, you have any connection with any domain?
Yeah, hi Gaurav. No,
Hi.
I don't have. I have, but in business development. So mostly in a
Okay,
real estate organizations. Yeah.
real estate domain, I would say. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Seep, for sharing that. And what about you, Sweta?
So I did a small project in insurance, and I did a small project in banking. Just
Okay.
I just know a little bit.
Okay. Banking and insurance, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, Priyanka?
I don't have any experience in IT.
Okay. Okay. But even if you are non-IT, have you worked in any domain? I mean, any such
Yes,
domain that.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I work as an assistant professor in agriculture, agriculture department.
Okay. Agriculture. Okay. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Priyanka, for sharing that. And let's hear from Anushri. Anushri, what domain you are, well, even little aware of?
I'm aware of the banking and software domain. I have worked with
Bank.
Citibank.
Okay. Okay. You have worked with Citibank. You have banking application, fair knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with.
Thanks.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, you work with?
I used to work with iFlex Solutions in India.
Okay.
It doesn't exist
iFlex.
anymore. It's Oracle
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I remember that. Yeah. Thank you, Anushi, for sharing that. Let's hear from Aarti as well. So, Aarti, do you have any connection with any sort of domain in the past if you got in touch with any sort of domain? Uh, if yes, please share what is that.
No, sir.
Okay. So, you have not yet worked in any industry yet.
No,
We
I'm
will just.
working in a school now.
So, can I say education domain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no? Yeah. So you have fair idea about education, how things move up from admission till graduation of a candidate, depending upon in which grade they are. Yeah,
Okay.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Can I say that? Yeah, yeah. So even we take people on board, there is a process to, take them in. So even forget about the application. If the application is not there, notepad is there. So we would be aware, okay, certain process has to be there. They will pay fees and all these all items, right, Aarti? Can I say that? So we know that, okay,
Yes, sir.
things have these process. Thank you for sharing that. Let's hear from Suma. Suma, I'm just asking everyone that do you have any connection with any sort of domain that you are aware of? If yes, what you can say for this?
Okay, I worked as a manual testing, I mean QA. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, for almost 8 years. but I have a 8 years gap, so I'm just
Mhm.
restarting my career.
Not a problem. But have you specifically worked in any specific domain, Suma?
Banking domain, yeah.
Banking domain, you have fair idea, I can say. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And Swarupa, do you have any idea in any connection in any domain in the past you have worked with? I'm asking to everyone. Swarupa, this question is for you.
Yeah, no, actually, I have the experience in the pharmaceutical QA and quality
Acha.
control.
Okay, you have a certain experience in pharmaceutical QA. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Why I was asking this question, because when people come for business analysis training, business analysis or scrum training, one common thing what I have heard from them is that they say that, okay, we also want to know the specific domain knowledge. And when we'll talk about specific domain knowledge, then domains are numerous. Okay. And if we will get into the in depth of those, 1 day or 2 days are not enough. Okay, there will be unlimited days for learning unlimited domains. So I'll be sharing today some hack. Using that, you will become self-sufficient in a way that if you are getting into any new domain for which you don't have any idea how you can get into that domain, you can explore it further and still be aware of that how things flows. Will that be helpful for you? If I tell you a common way, using that you can explore any which domain where you want to work in. Give yourself time for a day, and then you will have that confidence. Okay, I can go ahead with this. I can talk about those domain. I can be the authentic analyst into that domain. So if I'll teach that way, will that be helpful for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. Thank you. So now, it may sound to you how come it is okay, because mind is always, mind is never convinced. Okay, mind needs only mind. Mind is always afraid before it does any action, before it takes one action. Imagine if I take you towards a tunnel which is very very dark, and I just give you a challenge that this tunnel is 12 feet long. You need to walk, and there it is dark, and you need to cross this tunnel. Then you will have the question, what is after that tunnel? Whether light is there or not. Even if I'll give you torch in your hand and will ask you, okay, you with this help, you can continue to walk and you will come out of the tunnel. You will still have, fear, doubt, and anxiety before crossing the tunnel. And even I'll tell that, okay, other side, some other, receiver is there who is going to, receive you. You simply walk into that. But, mind is so much, doubt creating entity, and that always require a protection and security, and there is no harm into that. But at the same time, if we provide you little protection, based on that you can take a leap as well. So when such question comes from you, then I may ask, okay, I'm going to give you a torch. Using that torch, you can look at 500-meter further, or you can look at 1 feet further. Okay, and with this step by step, you will be reaching out of that tunnel. Now this should be suffice for you, because the no torch is that that powerful yet that will show the entire tunnel at once. Until there is entire electricity is not there, even if there is complete electricity in that tunnel, you will be questioning continuously what is the other side of the tunnel. And this is normal for the human mind. Are you with me so far? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And why I'm sharing you that? Because until unless you won't work for that, it will continue to question. So question is coming question is all right, and it will continue to create self-doubt for you, and it will ask, even if I have torch, will I really come out of this tunnel or not? So it will continue to fear until it come out of the tunnel. Okay. Likewise, if I'll tell you the way, uh, you will feel okay about it. Okay. You will say that, okay, I can do that. But it will continue to bring you in doubt until you start working into that. Okay. So be aware of that. I'll give you the hack. You will know that how to, respond to the even questions in that domain. But it will continue to still create the doubt, and knowing that, okay, is my mind, which is the doubt creating entity, it want to create anxiety in me so that I will remain uncomfortable to become secure enough. Okay, until I see the entire result, I will remain restless. So this is absolutely normal. You have to report to yourself. With me so far, everyone? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
when it comes to working in any domain, so there is an easy way that you need to understand how this domain works first. Okay. And you can name any domain, and you can explore that this entity one thing, and you will be able to know in and out of it. Okay. In the past, we have worked with the various students. When they come into the this BA Agile Scrum track, we teach them 3 or 4 domains normally. Okay. Few domains they are not aware of. Okay. And like oil and gas, even I might not be aware of. But the moment I'll teach you that how to crack the trick to work in that domain, you will work for that based on the job description, and you will start getting into this. So many people are working in a different domain, different industry, and they are doing well enough in that. Okay. So the same trick I am going to tell you. So in case few domains, if you are not aware of, you must look for one thing. Okay. How many thing?
One thing.
One thing.
One thing.
And that, yes, that one thing is called as, you need to search for this over the Google, and it will be known as life cycle. What it will be known as?
Life cycle.
Life
Life
cycle.
cycle.
Life cycle. Say, for example, if you are looking for working in oil and gas industry, you will just search for oil and gas industry life cycle, or oil and gas domain life cycle. Okay. It will give you all the result. Now get into the detail of every single cycle, and you will start becoming comfortable of that. Say, for example, the another one is courier and cargo services. Say, for example, okay, you are not aware of that, how this domain works, or in IT, how people will start working into that. So start becoming well aware of that, what is the complete life cycle of that, and you will start gaining the knowledge about it. Okay. And when you will actually be in the industry in that domain, you will see that exactly in this way you are keeping yourself well equipped with the knowledge, and you will explore, and even you can update the documentation based on that, just because you knew the life cycle. The moment we say life cycle, so here we will be looking at few life cycle under a domain. So what all life cycle we are going to learn? The first, we will be talking about healthcare. What we will be talking about?
Healthcare.
Healthcare. Second one is in the banking, the payment domain. Okay. And third will be insurance domain. Okay. So these 3 items we will cover. If time permits, we will also go to the fourth one, where Prerna will come, and she might also talk about HRM. Is that all right? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. Now let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so I hope you all can see my screen. Just say yes if you all can.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
When we say, yeah, thank you so much. So when we say healthcare, and when we integrate this, you know, with application, what happens? So every domain has one object, is to support their customer, fulfill the customer requirement and customer need using their own product or services. Now in healthcare, first life cycle says that introduction or introduce. Now I want to give you one example. So when Corona hit, okay, that was the time, first time all the pills or vaccination came into the market. Okay, they were introduced into the market in a vaccination form. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you all
Yes.
remember that?
Yes.
So the
Yes.
very first step was introduction of any product. Okay. Now product could be any vaccination, any pills, or any drug, or any sort of devices, or footwear, or any sort of um what a physio wearing item. It could be anything in the industry. Now sometime what happens, few other domain may get connected with another domain as well, but here we are just focusing on healthcare. So in this industry what happens, one gadget or one device or one product or one service, or say one drug will get introduced and it will start growing. So when corona hit, one vaccination was introduced, and that continued to become the talk of the town. Okay, so everyone was relying on only that one vaccination. Did you all also experience in corona, during corona, that there was only one dominating into the market initially? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Then this, because it was like behaving as a monopoly in the market, it started seeing the maturity phase. Okay. And why, when it started seeing the maturity phase, because it also started seeing certain competition into the market. And while it continued to start seeing the maturity and competition entered, then it started experiencing the decline phase, because people also started going to the another one. Okay, another competition. Yes or no? Another vaccination,
Yes.
or say another company. Now when it happens in the healthcare industry, what they further do, they reintroduce, okay, any other thing, any other item, to break the competition again. When they reintroduce, I remember that there was a time when people were taking the vaccination, they started talking about, few companies started talking about having the oral pills. Okay, I don't know whether oral pill came or not, but the same thing would happen, that they will continue to grow, they will see the maturity with the competition entering into the market, and then they would see the decline phase. With me so far? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. How it will integrate with the technology. When technology comes in, the introduction of this um, can be introduced into the pharmaceutical industry as well. Okay, pharmacists may be keeping this, or this product or service. They You can find it in the pharmacy, or you can find this in the clinic or in the hospital as well. So healthcare industry will be adopted, or say this life cycle will be adopted within the hospital. It will be adopted into pharmacy as well. So this will become one wing of that healthcare industry. With me so far? Yes. So when we are integrating with the technology, with me so far, everyone say yes if you are listening, hearing, and
Yes.
understanding what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So when we will be integrating the technology, we will have its growth measured as well. How that during the day, how much sales happened, how much stock we received. So all those will become, its entry itself will take a huge database, and its integrity or its integration point will be the different application, from where things are getting stored, where this is being kept. Again, there will be another connection of this growth part will be with the invoice management, and then maturity phase. Then here we can see the profit and loss, and then decline phase. In the decline phase, We can continue to focus that how many leads they generated, how many leads did. So every component of these entire phases will have its own application, sub application, and maintenance when it comes and integration with the technology. Okay, so this is how you would see again introduction of the new product or services can be defined and seen into the technology as well. This is how they are going to maintain. And there you would be working as a business analyst when you will be having the knowledge, and the customer will be reaching to you talking about any uh, any product, and you know how to manage it, how the data will flow, how the information will flow, and depending upon understanding these life cycle, you might be asking your question more in deeper level. With me so far? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
mind will say, okay, let me do that, then I'll believe you. Okay, so for that you will have to wait when you will enter this industry. Okay, all right, everyone. So but for now you need to understand this is the life cycle of the healthcare. All right. If yes, can I go to the payment clearance in the banking? Banking is vast, and in banking there is a payment system, payment domain. So we will be looking at it. So can I go
Yes.
onto this? If you have any question in this circle in this healthcare, you can ask, and feel free to ask. See, I'll tell you, I know that many of you are not coming from the IT background. And if you'll think that, okay, my question may disturb the class, then trust me, you will remain as the way you were. Okay, there won't be any change. And the moment you see that, okay, it's me, I have taken my responsibility of my growth. I don't care what other thing. If I'm not understanding anything, I must ask the question. You need to go ahead and ask the question. Okay. So don't be afraid of asking question. Do you have any question in the healthcare, guys? Yes, no?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, thanks. So don't tell me later that you did not understand uh, anything in the healthcare. But yeah, definitely you may ask question. Okay, it doesn't mean that. Okay, I gave you opportunity. Now let's go ahead into the healthcare domain. No, not in healthcare, payment domain. In the payment domain, we are going to look at it. We need to understand how the payment clearance happens. Okay, so here there are uh, two you know two people involved, or two devices involved, and 2 points involved. Okay, point A and point B. Okay, the motto here is to transfer an amount uh, from sender to receiver. From sender to whom?
Receiver.
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 So in any country, always there is a central bank who manages the complete transfer of money, okay, over the application. That's the central bank. In US, the central bank is known as this. What they are known as?
Federal Reserve System.
Yeah, Federal Reserve System or Federal Reserve Bank. In India, there is one
Central
central
Bank.
bank. Yeah, no, not central bank.
No, Reserve Bank, sorry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you are right. It's Reserve Bank, RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Now, how the entire flow of the money transaction work over here? So there is a sender and there is a receiver. So now let's look at it with one example. The example says that customer A requests $1 million in its depository account at bank A. Okay. Now A has a bank account with bank A. Okay. And what customer requests? He wants to deposit $1 million to be transferred to customer B, and customer B is here. Okay. This amount to be transferred to customer B's account located at another depository institution. Okay. Now this is customer A. His bank is with bank. His banking is with bank A, and this guy wants to transfer money to his friend B, and B has also bank in bank B. Okay. Now what happened? He chooses one instrument. What he chooses?
Please, Mama.
What he chooses, guys? What I said, what he chooses?
One instrument.
One
One
instrument.
instrument. Now, instrument could be anything. Either it can be check, it can be demand draft, it can be online clearance, it can be anything. Okay. So what happens? The moment he decides, so in the bank A tries to transfer $1 million for customer by sending a message over Fedwire. Okay. Now, Fedwire is a system. Okay. Fedwire is an application that manages all the money transfer messaging services. Okay. And for that, you don't need to literally send out money. Okay. Taking out physical money and depositing into the bank, and then the recipient will receive that. No, for that particular activity they need to send out the message, and such messages in the banking are also called as this. What they are called as? What do you read? I don't know, but I'm trying to write. They are called as
Swift.
this
Swift.
Swift message. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah. So they send a Swift message. So what is Swift? Swift is you can say how to tell you. Just I'm trying to recall.
Secure money transfer.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just still thinking how I can tell you. Okay, Swift messaging, there are multiple types of Swift messaging. Okay. Yeah, so let me first tell you what will be the full form. So this is a society. Swift is a society, and the full form will be Society for, I think, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Okay. So this is a messaging service, and they standardize a system where the banks and financial institution worldwide securely exchange the financial message. As not only the message, but they also uh, 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 exchange the instruction. Okay, and for that, to understand the instruction, there are different type of messages, and you will find the Swift messages with the different types are they have Swift 15, okay, Swift 24, and there are different number for Swift messaging. Okay. And all these messaging services transfer that happens quite securely, and they will have the dedicated network. Okay. So I believe that when it all started, when they started, there were around 400 financial institution. Now around 11,000, I think, financial institution in is there, and on this there are over um, 200 countries are there. So whenever you will see the Swift message, as a business analyst, you want to decode what type of Swift messaging is there. So you will see that Swift messaging that is starting with MT. Its name is Swift MT24, say for example. It means that this will be used for customer payment. Okay, it will be securely settling the financial transaction. You may also see instead of MT, you can also see some will be MX. Okay, so this will be compliance message type. Okay, they will also talk about the payment, but more about the trade finance and security and compliance. Okay, So in the Swift message, there will be the way it is written, it will have one header, then it will have the message body, and then it will have the trailer. Okay, trailer. So when you will understand header, body, and trailer, and what happens is that depending upon what message is being passed, you change, do the changes, but changes are done in the application. Why? Because you, what you all can change, you can change the bank name, from which bank to which bank it has to be sent. You can change the customer's name, for which customer to which customer it has to be sent. You can change account name, from which account to which account it has to be sent. You can change amount to which amount to be sent. Yes, yes or no? Yeah, in this message, in the Swift empty message. With me so far, everyone? I'm telling from banker point of view now. Are you with me so far, everyone? See,
Yes.
there is,
Yes.
if I'll take you towards template, we were talking about BRD, business requirement document. If I'll give you BRD document and tell you this is the template, can't you go back and fill the BRD document because you know where to fill what? Yes? Guys, when you will answer, then I can respond further. If you won't answer, even I can sit like that. So your answers keep me going. Did you understand my question or should I repeat it?
Can you repeat it,
You
please?
repeated, got it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
my question is that, say for example, you need to create BRD document, business requirement document, and I said that guys, I'll give you the template. So now what you need to do, you have template, you need to just fill it. So can you not fill it and use it for any new requirement? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Likewise, when I'm talking about the Swift message and I'm telling that in Swift message there is a header, okay, then there will be body and there will be trailer. So in header there are few items which is modifiable, and I'll tell you only these items can be modified. Something in body and something can trailer can be modified. The moment you know that what all items needs to be modified in header, trailer, and body, okay, rest all requires to be untouched. Can't you go back and then fill that message by knowing what all message need to be altered? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm telling. In the Swift message, when it comes to empty money transfer messaging, okay, you need to open these messages, and these messages are opened into the editor. Okay. And there you need to change few things like account name, okay, account holder name, recipient's bank, okay, and the amount. Okay, and this will be quite easy to identify when you open the Swift messages. Okay, guys?
So what
Yes.
Yes, no?
application would that be? How
Yeah.
would we
So
know?
that's the good question. These messages are saved in a file which will have the extension like SWF and whatever. Sometimes its extension are not visible. But to edit these file cannot be edited simple in the notepad. Number one, it has to be edited into three places. One thing is that one file can be edited. Uh, yeah, it has to be edited and it has to be enabled. Like many files can be edited into Notepad plus plus, or there is a format to be done, but it has to be first open into VI editor. Okay, now VI editor has to somewhat to do with the Linux. But the good news is that to understand this editor, you don't need to learn Linux and all, okay, or Unix. There is always one utility, okay, and there are multiple utilities that connect you with the similar experience, to which we call it as a telnet or putty. These are the small application, okay. In those application, using certain command, you will open the Swift files. Okay, with me so far? So when I say, hey, do you have CapCut application? Initially, if you don't know what is CapCut, You will say, no, I don't have. But these are the application. Likewise, when I say there is application telnet and putty, so you don't have any idea what it is. But you know these are the application and this requires to be used for certain purpose, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Guys, all are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So what it does is that it gives you an environment like Unix, okay, where Unix commands work, okay. For that, you can learn the Unix command, okay. What happens is that you need to open the files in the editor. And to opening that, you can utilize the VI. VI itself is the command to edit something. And when sometimes these messages are also opened into with the extension of SH, with the extension of what?
SH.
SH.
SH stand for shell. We don't need to know much. So you can just open that, edit it using VI, and they will open. Okay, there are more commands you can learn if you are interested to learn Unix. There are n number of commands. Even if you don't remember that, and say for example, after so many years you are using, like I am talking about it after how many years? After I think more than a decade. More than a decade I have not used it, but still I'm trying to recall from my memory. Okay, and it is absolutely all right that you don't need to remember each and everything in your mind, because with the time passes, it is okay to forget them, because we all are human, right? And definitely Google is there. Using that, you can find that how what is the command to open the Swift file or SH file. Okay, so when you will open that, it will give you such screen like black screen. Okay, have you ever worked in DOS? Yes, no? Command prompt, have you ever worked?
Just a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
So like command prompt is the black screen. Okay. So I can also, if I have the ability, I can change the background color and all. So like this screen, even telnet and putty will open this small window, and you can do all this activity. You need to access the file where it is saved with its command. Like you can go to CD space and give the name of the folder where the file is there, and then you can just type in the name of the file, okay, and the file will open, okay, to open that. And when file open that, you can go ahead and you can modify that file then and there. Sometimes with some utility comes like a Notepad plus, or I don't remember exactly which are. So you can directly open into like Notepad view, and you can start editing those file, and you save that. Now, when you need to execute that file, there is a KSH command. What is the command name?
KSH.
Yeah,
KSH.
this is KSH. Do you read it? Yeah,
Mhm.
did you read? KSH, then space, then file name, okay, file name.sh, okay. And when you will execute, that message will start transferring whatever the header, body, and trailer you have mentioned. It will start going there. Now, if it is successful, it gives you success message. If it is failed, it will give you the failed message. Now you go back and diagnose that, debug that. Now the good part is that these all things you don't need to do. You just need to understand the process. What do you need to understand?
The
Process and the process.
Process. So process says that you need to understand when you are triggering the money transfer, then how the money gets transferred. So it says that over the Fedwire application, okay, Fedwire authorizing the Federal Reserve to electronically debit bank A's account. You send what? Swift message. So here it was written, Bank A transfer $1 million for customer A by sending a message over Fedwire. So when I say sending a message, what type of message it says?
Swift
Sends?
message. Swift message.
Swift message. With me so far, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sends a SWIFT message over Fedwire application authorizing the Federal Reserve System to electronically debit Bank A's account at the Reserve Bank of $1 million and to transfer to the $1 million to Bank B's account. When I say that it's Federal Reserve System, it electronically debit. Why it electronically debits? Can someone tell me? Why Federal Reserve System electronically debit 1 million to the bank's account, Bank A's account? And when I say Bank A's account, where is the Bank A account?
At the Federal Reserve.
Can you be a bit louder, please?
It is at the Federal Reserve. The bank's account is at the
It
Federal
is
Reserve.
at the Federal Reserve. Absolutely right. Thank you so much for answering that. It means that if there is a customer A and its bank account is there with the Bank A, then Bank A will also have its account to Federal Reserve System. Likewise, in the Federal Reserve System, there is a bank account of Bank B, and inside Bank B, there is a bank account of customer B. Yes? With me so far?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So when customer A is asking to transfer the amount $1 million from his account, it means that customer A will be debited by $1 million inside his from his bank account, and the bank A will be sending the message to for Bank B, and this Federal Reserve System will be debiting $1 million from Bank A's account. It means that the literal physical money is not being exchanged, and both the amount, because all the amount is available with the Federal Reserve System, they simply message internally between their bank account, Bank B's and Bank A's, and thereby the debit and credit happens very, very smoothly. Okay. And in Federal Reserve System, Bank A gets debited for $1 million. Okay. And Bank B gets credit for Bank B. Okay. And in Bank B's account, customer A account will get credited with $1 million. Okay. But the debit happens at the end of Federal Reserve System. Okay. So once the payment of $1 million is credited first to Bank B's account, the Fedwire funds transfer is completed. For most funds transfer involving online depository institution, and the time that elapses between when a funds transfer message is sent and when a payment is received is just matter of few seconds. But even the message transfer time is sometime goes up to a minute. Up to a minute, I said. It means still it is within few seconds. Okay, with me so far, everyone?
Yeah,
Are you with me,
so
Yes.
this
guys?
happens within a country, not
This
international.
happens within what you said? See,
Within a country,
Sweta?
not international, right? Or this
Yeah,
happens.
so this happens initially. I'm telling about within the country. I'm more talking about the US based system. Okay, and that's when the Federal Reserve System came. I'm not talking about yet such international transfer. When you will include the international transfer, so there is a different payment method, there is a different system using that international transfer happens. Say for example, you immediately there is as such no banking system in my knowledge until you are a merchant. Okay, you can directly transfer the money into others countries currency. Like you can transfer the money from there to your friend's account in India, that will be only USD. You can't transfer from US directly INR. Okay. At least I'm not aware of that. Okay. And when you are working with any application, you are working with that application only in that country. Okay, and when even the banking system will be enabled, they will be giving you the module in whatever country, whatever the amount they deal with. Say for example, if you are working with the bank of Deutsche Bank in Singapore, they will be talk about the currency SGD, Singaporean dollar. Okay, if you are working with BOFA, okay, Bank of America, they will be talking about USD currency. Okay, but they won't talk about multiple currency. Yeah, they when they are talking about different currency, their application may give you facility to choose the currency in which you want to deal with me so far, Sweta?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are talking only one currency based transfer, not the multiple country or multiple currency based transfer. I'm only talking about internally in one nation, in one country. Okay. So now coming back to this, can I move further? Yeah, Shweta?
Can you give an example of this Swift code and how to decode, or like what does it say?
Okay, you don't need to be bothered about that because these things will be done by whom it has to be done with either developers, number one. Number two, it will be done by testers. Okay, you don't need to, change the messages and all. But yes, for the purpose, you can do that. And to do so, let me complete it and I'll show you the example of that, how the Swift empty message will look like. Okay, is that all right? Let
Okay,
me
so
first.
it's just one type, empty
Yeah,
message.
just one type. I'll share
Okay.
that with. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So let's understand this. What is happening here? Once the payment of $1 million is credited to the bank B account, the Fedwire fund transfer is completed. For most fund transfer involving online depository institution, the time is just within a second. Now here at the third, the message is completed, message is received, and thereby the bank B's account gets debited for $1 million over here, but credited into customer B's account. And here, once the Fedwire transaction is completed, bank B makes the designated $1 million payable and available to customer B on the day payment occurs. Okay, with me so far? So this is simple. Just wanted to say that there is no physical exchange of money happens. Everything happens in this process, in this cyclic manner on the messaging service, and that messaging service is called as Swift messaging. What sort of messaging?
Swift
Message.
service.
Okay. Now, let's understand this Swift message. Okay. What I'm going to do is that I'm sharing my screen already. Okay. Let me go back to application. Okay. Where I'm just clearing my screen. Let me stop screen share and reshare my screen so that things will go away. Okay. Now I'll be coming here. Swift MT. Now there you see there are a few numbers, MT103, MT2032, and MT940. Can you all see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here
Yes.
when you see MT, it has to do with money transfer. Uh, few one is dedicated to account based, okay, like current account, saving account, international account. Okay, so everything is dedicated to do that. So right now I don't exactly remember which message is for what. Say for let's say MT940. Okay, so I'll ask Swift MT940 is used for what? Okay, so it says that is used by the Swift network to send and receive end of day bank account statement. So this is for statement. Now you have seen Swift message. I'm talking about, now you see what is 950. Likewise, you can explore further. Are both are sent between financial institution and their customer, between banks. Swift mm, purpose of Swift MT 950. Okay, purpose of, if you need to go in
MT
more detail
950
level,
sent between
this,
bank and customer. That's what it was said.
yeah, MT 950 is message used to transmit a bank account statement. So it has to also do with the statement only. So see, there are various types of payments. Some payments are also, what you call, employee payments. Okay, one employer transfer to employee. So there is another payment to which we call it as gyro. Okay, so we will be you need to explore what type of payment it is. Now we are going to talk about another payment, another message 103. Okay, because I want to show you an MT103 is a standardized message used for confirm international wire transfer. Okay, it is used by bank and financial institution to instruct funds to be transferred between customers. Okay, this is what exactly I was talking about. So purpose of Swift message, Swift MT103, you know now. Format and example of Swift MT103. Yeah. So here you see. So now let me open that more in detail. Like, let me open the image first. Yeah. So you may see there are multiple message in one, but it may look like a form. Yeah. Now here you come. Okay. So you will see these messaging will have always a header. Okay, this is the header. Okay, now here are multiple codes F01 HBB MEEG A, and then it follows the account number. You may edit that, but you cannot edit anything up to A. Then there is application header. Okay, now here you don't need to transfer anything, because some codes are dedicated to bank, which only bank wants to use. Okay, so you need to connect with the technical developer, that or technical analyst. They will be guiding you that what all items needs to be changed over here. Then you see the user header. Now you will understand this message. Again, technical analyst will tell that any further information need to be filled in or not. Say for example, at 108, if it is indicating to the branch code in 121, you need to give the location code or not. Here you will be generating the random transaction reference number. Here you see that this is the unchanged number 03, whatever is that. And if you want to add something over here, that it will add. If it is non-editable, you will leave as is, because sometimes your application generate while uh, executing the message, and here the auto generated suffixed number will continue to get added. Okay, the more you will execute, then you will see here the identification of transaction. There will be a code for credit, there will be a code for debit, that you are going to choose that. Then depending upon the currency, you mention that, and it will remain hard coded. And then followed with the currency name, what you will do, you will put the amount that you want to transfer. So this is how it will look like, and few items will be editable, few items will not be editable. If you are very newbie into that, you can definitely connect with the technical analyst or not technical analyst. If you want to test it, and want to code it, decode it, always remember to connect to the developers and ask them, okay, please help me, what all sort of changes I can do, because I want to test it. Okay, whether it is functioning or not. Few items will remain as is unchangeable. Okay, like here you see this is unchangeable. Very few information has to be changed. Okay, and such file will get opened into the telnet or putty, or directly if you are working in the Unix. With me so far, Sweta?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So never ever without knowledge, because this is the financial transaction. Without knowledge, don't even touch to edit it. Always be advised by the developer. He is the right person to tell you what exactly you can change and then test in these code of the lines. Okay, with me so far, everyone? We went first time very deeper when it comes to Swift message transfer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The same ways, it has to do with the bank statement generation. There will be Swift message. There will be notification sending. There will be certain message. So here we are talking about the money transfer, and that's the reason we opened the MT103 message. Now, this exercise you can take if you want to go in more deeper level. There are n number of Swift messages. You can't remember everything. More you will practice, it will be quite easy for you to understand. So you can directly ask and check how many Swift messages are for banking system. How many Swift message types are there in banking? Okay. So of course it talks about there is some list is there. Okay. And so far it is talking about MT0. So there is a header. Now at MT0, it will have the corresponding number continue to change. Now if we'll go over here, it talks about the category. Okay. It talks about the message structure. Now the Swift is another ocean. Okay. Where you can go how many Swift message type I'll remove, how many Swift messages. Now it is going more technical. Are there in banking? Okay. Okay. So these are just example MT1033. So whatever is the prominent that is giving you the example for. So there are 4 categories. There are 6 category I says. Okay. And see, there are 9 category. These are the type, but number will continue to change. So there are more numbers here. You are just seeing the few like 19, 18. No. So there are 103 also you have looked at. Okay. So 490 also you have looked at. So many messages. Go and explore this. You can do it for your own self. But when it comes to understanding the system, that how data flow, how wait a second, how the things flow, how the instrument flows, how the payment clear is. So this is the life cycle minimum you need to know. Now, why I was telling, just hang on, why I was telling that you only need to know the life cycle. So life cycle is one thread. By using that, you can understand the system. Now, depending upon the JD job description, you will go at deeper level what it is asking, and then you will dig deeper, because that will become your self preparation, because you can't learn all the domains at the deeper level until you work and first hand experience into that. And it is not physically possible for every single business analyst to work in every single domain all the time. So you might have worked in some domain for 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. You may be pro into that, but not necessarily you will be become pro into the another domain. But every domain can be learned, and the reality is that you can't, as a business analyst, become the master of just one domain and you can ignore the another. So it is all the time ongoing learning process, and you need to continue to explore that. But all start with knowing the life cycle, and when you know the life cycle, refer to the JD and then go deeper based on the JD. But life cycle has to be learned mandatorily. All right, everyone, do you understand what I said? Say
Yeah.
yes if you understood what I said.
Yes.
Now, question, what you were asking. Come on, who was asking some question? Yeah. Go ahead, Sweta, you had a
No,
question?
I didn't.
I think so.
Okay.
Gaurav, I think so.
Who has question?
I think Suma was asking. I don't know.
Suma, are you asking any question? Any question?
No,
See,
I
it
didn't ask any question. Yeah.
Okay, so initially you don't have to, the same analogy will apply. You are getting into tunnel, mind will say, first let me do that, be comfortable, and then I'll take it. Otherwise, let me feel bit afraid, let me get frightened out of it, and let me be confused out of it. And for that, one thing is there that I always ask you to do and follow. Today we did not do, and that's the reason we had to come here and discuss at more detail level. What generally we do, this is only the gateway, because anything you want to learn in this entire domain, please declare with the anchor. Okay, and trust me, when you do that, can you do that this time with me? Okay, at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll clap. This is the self high five. You are going to model me and then read the selected statement. Let's do it, and then we will continue to learn more deeper. Okay, so start. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm
I'm
a
a quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
What
can
others
learn
can
and
learn and
master.
master.
I too can do that.
I too
I
can do
too
that.
can do
that.
that.
One more time with the next statement. Model me. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm a quick learner.
Because I'm a quick
Because I'm a
learner.
quick
quick
learner.
learner.
Everyone, because I'm a quick learner.
Because I'm a
Because
quick
I am a
learner.
quick
Quick
learner.
learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
Today's
learning is
Learning is
going to
going to
be
be
super duper easy to me.
Super
super
duper
duper
easy.
super
easy
easy
to
to
me.
me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. Now, what happens with this science, what just now we did, this has been my experience and students' experience. The moment they anchor these declaration, they find things going very smoother, okay? Because they have set the anchor for the focus to remain constant. But if you don't, don't anchor the focus, what happens? Mind continues to deviate, and thereby it tries to forget, and thereby it loses the information as well. But here, when you have done so, when you said that it is going to be super duper easy for you, I wanted you only to understand what is the life cycle of a fund transfer, okay, in the normal scenario. First, customer A messages using instrument, that could be the withdrawal slip, or say fund transfer slip, to the bank A's account. That is also instrument. Now bank A messages to reserve system. Okay, now reserve system take action, and it sends notification of the fund transfer. Now there will be another swift message of the notification, and bank B is informed that new credit has happened for some connected customer in the similar bank, and bank B deposits to the customer. So these all happen in the matter of second using Swift message. Using which message?
Swift message.
Now, Swift
Swift
itself
message.
is an ocean. We are not learning here Swift. We just learned the life cycle of the payment. If you want to understand the Swift, then you take a different session, different class, and self-study and explore that, because that is another ocean. Okay, another thing. We are not learning here Swift. We are learning here life cycle. We are learning domain life cycle. What we are learning here?
domain life cycle.
Yeah. So any question pertaining to payment domain life cycle? Life cycle, I'm talking.
No.
No? So let's move to the another domain, to which we call it as this. Okay. This is what do you read here?
Policy.
What
Policy life cycle.
what
Policy
life
policy
cycle.
life cycle? When we say policy, what all sort of policy exist? Tell me.
Life insurance
Life
policy.
insurance.
Life
Life
insurance.
insurance. What else?
Auto insurance.
Auto insurance.
Health.
Okay.
Home
What
insurance,
else?
Health
home
insurance.
Health
insurance,
insurance.
health insurance.
Health insurance may become the part of life insurance. Okay, auto insurance. Then someone said that home
Home
insurance.
Kids
insurance.
insurance.
Yeah.
Actually, life
So
insurance and health insurance are different, right?
yeah,
At least in
they
US it is.
are.
Oh,
Or they are, but see, if you'll talk about insurance, there are two type of insurance. One is life insurance, another is non-life insurance. Okay,
okay.
so you will categorize anything which has to do with the human life, that will become the part of life insurance, be it health, be it medical, mediclaim, be it life insurance. These all, anything which is related to non-life, say for example auto, anything which can be home. Okay, it can be institution. Okay, anything else, these will become the part of non-life insurance. So we will categorize only in two category, life and non-life. All right, now, all right everyone. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Can we categorize only two? Otherwise we will
Yes.
keep on
Yes.
categorizing in every minute level, so let's categorize only in two. Okay, now, does policy directly come to you?
No,
No. What do you do for that?
you talk to somebody, they give you a quote.
Okay, you talk to somebody and they will first give you what?
A quote?
A quote. And if you like the quote, then you go back and purchase it.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
Everyone agrees with that?
Yes.
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 So it happens when you talk to someone, and that can be considered as a broker or agent. Yes or no?
Insurance.
Yes.
Yeah?
Insurance agent.
Insurance agent. Now when it comes to the system, nowadays there is integrated system where there are multiple insurance companies are there. You can check the code for all those company, providing certain data to them, and they give you the actual code, and then you can decide with which company you want to go for the insurance. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and this is happening in the online application system. Yeah. In India, there are multiple. I don't know in the US, like one famous portal is Policy Bazaar. Okay, what does it do? So um, the moment you look for any insurance, it asks you certain question, and these question are called as underwriting question. What they are called as?
Underwriting
Writing
question.
question.
Underwriting question.
Underwriting question. So these, based on these underwriting question, they rate your premium. What they rate? What they rate?
Premium.
Your premium.
Premium. And best suited premium insurance you pick, which is in your favor with the best feature. Okay. But it is always easy to tell what I said, but how does it happen uh, in the system that we are going to learn? Any policy, first it is inquired, and those inquiry first you submit, right? By filling your inquiry, and that becomes in terms of quote. Okay, and these quote will pertain your address information. Okay, if and depending upon what sort of insurance you are looking for, say for example whether it is property, vehicle, and applicant or general info, where do you stay, what is your age, sex, and name, all those information will become in the policy information screen. Now what will happen is that the rating engine will run. Okay, the based on your information, say for example whether you are residing in flood prone area, and your car is parked and you are looking for the car vehicle, depending upon the situation of hazard, quotation will vary, and for every bank this will be the varied customer, and such calculation has been already calculated in the rating engine, and based on the information the rating engine will generate the premium. Okay, and when the only information is shared initially, the quote will be having a status which is called as submitted. Okay, what it will be called as?
Submit.
What it will be called as?
Submitted.
Submitted. Now you agree to take that. Now few countries, the moment you take before you pay the amount, but you gave the confirmation, this will get converted into the policy as an active, but still it will not be treated as policy. The moment you make them the payment, this will become either issued or bound status. Issued or bound. What will be the status?
Issued or bound.
Issued or bound.
Issued or bound, okay, depending upon the country. Like in few country there will not be any status as issued, but directly there is a bound. In few country both the status is there, issued or bound. In the few country there is only bound status. With me so far? And this is for the policy. But for court, what is the status? What has to be status has to be
Submitted.
Submitted. Okay. Now, when these things process, the policy is issued and policy is bound. The moment you realized that there is some, incorrect information passed. Okay. So can you go back and change that? Like there is error in the name. There is a error in the age. Okay. Can you request for change?
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
what it is called as? The request to such change will have a term into the insurance, and this is called as what? What it is called as?
Endorsement.
Endorsement.
Endorsement. Now, like new quote was initially submitted, the moment you will start endorsing means you will edit it and it will again become active, and when you will save it, endorsement will be submitted. Now endorsement quotation will be submitted, and based on the changes you have entered, if it will re-rate. When it will re-rate, it means its new premium will be issued. Now if you have added something depending upon the change, either it will initiate some refund into your account or it will ask for more money. With me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in the billing cycle, it will take place. And further, if the payment gets completed, even your endorsement will be issued or bound. With me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first is new quote, then policy, and then it can be either endorsement, and the policy is always not very, very long term. It is generally short term. Okay. It can be of a month, it can be of 6 months, it can be of a year or 3 year. Depending upon the policy, if you want to continue to utilize that policy after its expiry, what you will do? If you want to continue that policy, what do you want to do after its expiry? When
Renewal.
Renewal.
yeah, you will go for renewal. So a new policy can be renewed, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
if the policy is endorsed, can it be renewed?
No,
Why?
unless
Policy
purchase.
policy has been endorsed. It has been changed. After its expiry, it will remain the policy itself because it is endorsed. After its expiry, can't it be renewed?
Why after endorsement, but after issued, it can be endorsed. It can be
Yeah. So I'm asking new policy can renewed. My
right.
question is that if new policy can renewed, can the endorsed policy be also renewed? Yes or no?
Yes, I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, Sweta?
Yeah, because the new policy will be the same as the endorsement one, right?
Yeah, so endorsement has certain change and every will have expiry, and each expired or expired or about to expire policy can be renewed, be
Right,
it with the change or without the change.
right.
Right? So when we say with the change, it is called as endorsed policy. Of course, it can be renewed, right?
Right.
Right. So now what happens just before the renewal? Okay, you directly renew that, or you are informed that renewal is due, renewal is pending.
Informed.
We are informed
You are
in advance.
informed, and this is called as renewal invitation or RI. What it is called as?
Renewal.
RI or renewal invitation.
RI
Renewal
or renewal
invitation.
invite. Now, renewal invite is as equal to as your fresh quotation. Okay, it means that again renewal invitation will be activated, and when you will do the submission, I want to do any confirmation before renewal is not issued, it will be active and it will be submitted. Okay, now this intimation, renewal intimation, you don't get on the day of renewal, you get way before that. Okay, so how many days before that you get it?
30 days.
Sometime 30 days. In some, it depends upon the insurance company. Sometimes they set
Yeah.
the renewal notification for 30 days, in some cases 45 days, in some countries or some company for 60 days, even in some companies for 90 days. For my car vehicle, I have not taken insurance from XYZ company, and it is due in the month of May, and they started sending from the first Feb. So Feb, March, April. Okay. So 90 days before, the other company with whom I don't have the you know, my vehicle insurance taken, even they started giving me your renewal is due. Okay. So depending upon the company to company, they start notifying you for the renewal. Okay. But your renewal will always remain active. Okay. It will not become bound. Renewal invitation will not become bound. It will always remain active, or before the notification comes, it will remain inactive. What it will remain? What it will remain as?
Inactive.
Inactive.
Inactive. Okay. Now, the notification has arrived to you. Okay. What will happen is your renewal will also undergo the similar process. Your renewal will be active now, and further it will be issued or bound depending upon the date on which it has arrived. Okay, and the payment is the clear. Okay, so even new policy can be issued and bound, endorsement can be issued and bound, and renewal can be issued and bound. Now the moment you decide one fine day that okay, I don't want to go ahead with my new policy with this XYZ company, what you will do? If you don't want to continue, you have just purchased a new policy, and after 3 days you decided I don't want to go ahead with this company, or during the renewal you decided okay, I don't want to go ahead with this company, what you will do in that case? Or you decided that you have endorsed that policy, but after even endorsement they are charging you more, and you decided you don't want to go ahead with this company for the policy, what you will do in that
You
case?
can call
Cancel.
in and cancel.
You can cancel these policy. So can new policy can be cancelled?
Yes.
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 Within
Can the endorsed
30.
policy be cancelled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can the renewed policy be cancelled?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And the moment you cancelled and you realize, hey, it was just a mistake, I did not want to cancel it, but due to technical error online, it got cancelled. In that case, what you can do?
Renewal.
You need to
Re-
ring them up and give them
Renew.
The term here is called as reinstatement. What it is called as?
reinstatement.
Reinstatement.
Reinstatement. You reinstate the policy. Okay. Now, like new policy, endorsed policy and renewal policy is always submitted and then issued and bound. Likewise, the cancelled policy will be submitted, issued and bound. And for the billing cycle, whatever the refund has to be initiated, it will happen into the original payment method. And the same goes with the reinstatement. Okay, it will be issued and bound, issued or bound. And The moment you decided, oh, I reinstated, can I go back and cancel this policy? Because you reinstated, but you realize, oh my God, that was the blunder. I didn't want to do with this company's auto policy. I wanted to do with the life policy with the Avaya insurance. And I did it with the, with the AIG, okay, for my auto insurance. So can you cancel the reinstated policy?
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is yes. And again, the same cancellation will go. Now, you have new policy, endorsed policy, renewed policy, cancelled policy, reinstated policy. Now tell me, can the reinstated policy, which is restarted, can it be renewed or not?
Yes.
Okay, the answer is yes. All right, so this is all about. Okay, now in this case, the claim is a different domain as such, where you need to add more information for the claim. Okay, what is the reason of the claim? Who will be getting? Who will become the claimant? Who are the claimant? Who will be the beneficiary? What was the coverage? And all those information. So it is termed as loss notice. When we say claim, it means that you have incurred some losses and that you are notifying to the company. And then you will add your information. You will add the insurance feature, what all exactly you want to claim. So are you going to claim, uh, you know, um, dip coverage for your, car, where it says that front to rear, um, all the body part has been covered. It If it has a loss of due to dent, you want to claim that, you can mention that. Okay, and there is always minimum payable that you have to pay during every claim. Okay, minimum payable. Those are not much. If the claim you are making of 3 lakhs, there could be I'm just telling you a figure randomly. It's 1200, or if you are 1200 can be the minimum payable. Say for example, if you are making $3,000, okay, $3,000 of claim, and I don't know the car's price in USA, but yeah, $120 will be payable. Okay, so minimum payable will always be there during the claim. With me so far, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yes.
And
Yes.
there is always, you will get a benefit which is called as NCB benefit. If you have not claimed and you want to renew a policy, you will get always NCB benefit. What is the full form of NCB?
Never claimed.
Never claimed what?
Benefit.
It is called as
Benefit.
no claim bonus.
No.
What it is called? So no claim bonus gets a discount during the renewal. So for example, if you have paid premium during the new policy purchase of say for example $700, okay, for first year. In the next year it can be $500 because you did not claim in the first year. And depending upon the company's policy, whatever the discount, you will be getting that. Any questions so far, guys? In this is how it works in the system. Any questions so far? Yes, no?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So this is how we cover healthcare. We covered what else? We covered payment life cycle. We covered insurance life cycle, and in insurance we also touched claim, and we also touched Swift messages. Okay. If no question, now I have some question to you all. Okay. The question especially to those people who are here from batch number 20, day one. Okay. I didn't see that Prerna was here.
Yeah,
So
Gaurav, before you start with the question, I honestly joined here to apologize to the, our session holders, our candidates. Like, I'm really sorry, guys. I could not be there yesterday and today. It's just that the viral has been very bad on me, and I spoke to Gaurav about it, so I couldn't. And as well as I really want to appreciate Gaurav for taking both the sessions so well single-handedly. So now my toddler is not with me; is in another room, so I can at least talk for some time. But
No
really
problem,
sorry
Prerna.
not
You must
being
take care.
keeping well.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah,
don't
I
be.
did
Just take
miss. I
care.
did miss, and I actually could see her taking the session till so long, like around 1.5 hours of single-handedly. It's absolutely remarkable. So thank you so much. And yes, I will be definitely there in the upcoming session. So next
Yeah.
week I'll see all of you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So thank you, Prerna. So that was I was telling that next week is what? Next week is your assignment and what all assignment comes in. So two things I'm expecting from you. You will be judged now for on the basis of communication to the stakeholder, and for that you need to come up with two items. Okay. First, I want everyone to have the have what this have what your account, free account in Trello, trello.com. All right, everyone. There you will be experiencing Kanban board. What you will be experiencing?
Come.
Kanban board.
One
So on next Sunday, you all must have Trello account. Okay, and what to be done in the Trello account, I will tell you on that day. All right, that's number one. That is going to happen on Saturday. Who all can join this Sunday? Sorry, who all can join? Who has been the part of batch number 20? If you think that you have just joined a week before or two, you can skip to not to participate into that, but rest all you have to participate. Okay, and in case even if you have participated a week before and you want to do that, you can do that. But after telling that you want to participate and not showing up is not going to really add a value to your career. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Trello account is the prerequisite that you are going to come up with. The second one is that I want you to think of one city where you can be the best guide for me and Prerna. And that city tour you are going to give us virtually, making sure we get convinced to hire you as a virtual tour guide for us. Okay, at the end. Now it depends upon how you are going to do. And everyone will be getting maximum 3 minutes to present that. How many minutes?
3 minutes.
Yeah. Why 3 minutes? Because this is going to be time box. Okay. Now, virtual tour, you can give us through any which way. Either you can have the, stack of the photos and you are just giving us virtual tour. Now, work in a way that we should be hooked, convinced that, okay, I must hire you. And this is the competition. Okay. You have to win this. Okay. At the end, we should give you the name. Okay. Um, you will be judged on the parameter of communication, conversation, hook, and presentation, and the articulation. Okay, and the presentation, of course. Some of you may think that, okay, I will do a voiceover and video and I'll just play that. You can do that. Someone will say that, okay, I'll go ahead and open the Google map in the street view, live traffic view, and through which I will give the thing, someone will decide, okay, I will have the aerial view in the Google map itself and can get a virtual tour done. So in that way you can do. So as creative as you can decide to be, you can become, and present your presentation in 3 minutes, not more than that, on Sunday for any city in this entire world. Okay, the whole thing is that I need to feel completely connected with you and be ready to go with you. Okay, you need to take me to your city, to me and Prerna. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the city can be any city in this entire world for which you are well versed. You can take us tour in the live traffic as well. We should be much convinced. So Saturday we are going to work on Trello. Sunday we are going to only look at your this virtual tour. Okay, clear? Any questions so far?
No.
Sunday and Monday, I meant to say. Okay, so no question around it. So please do not ask on Friday, okay, what did you say? If you want to know about it, then you have to, listen to this recording only. And what will happen, any project or something, Prerna will be talking about it in the next session itself. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, no?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Okay.
questions so far, guys? Anushri was asking any question?
No, no.
Okay. So guys, if well, let me quickly check. I know that Sweta has already prefixed her name as B20. So likewise, I want everyone who has enrolled to B20 starting batch number 20, you will add the prefix accordingly, okay, before your name. And in case you see that you just started, you will type in B21, because ultimately you will be doing continuing your learning in batch number 21 as well. That is the next batch which is going to start on the next to next week. Okay. All right, everyone.
Yes, okay.
Yes, no?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if no
Sh-
question, then I want to
wh-
take a pause over here and I
mm,
would yeah, go ahead with your
do we have
question.
to do this presentation on Trello or?
No. So presentation you will do anywhere you want. There is no restriction. Okay. But
Okay.
on Trello, what is going to happen, that I'll be telling you on Sunday itself. Okay. What to be done,
Okay.
how to be done. Okay. So Trello has nothing to do with the next second assignment. All right, Dara?
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. So everyone, please go to the WhatsApp group and start typing your name and one thing you feel like saying for today's session. Were you able to understand, relate, connect? Just don't write good. For me, good is bad. Okay. When you say great, it means it is good for me. When you say excellent, it means that it is really good for me. So write one word extra because you remember that how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you really understood what you said, you can be genuine and you can write about it, whether it was helpful for you or not, whether did you feel value added to your knowledge or not, that you can write. All right, and accordingly I'll read it personally your comment, and I'll be taking your attendance accordingly. Accordingly means, of course, everyone's attendance will come in, but personally I'll be reviewing your comment in WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon next
Gaurav,
week, everyone.
before you go, I have a question. Sorry. So
Yeah.
So, like I understand all the domains that you just taught. So, but if I want to understand about like retirement and personal capital, so what would be the best way? Just YouTube, or like how should I start?
Okay. Okay. So forget about the retirement. Okay. Retirement is not a domain as such.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. So when you say retirement, it means that when you say domain, you can literally tell me a field name, department name, organization that
Yeah,
works in
personal capital.
particular
Yeah. Retire.
personal capital.
Yeah. Who
Okay.
want to do a
So now I'll tell you quickly what you need to do is that identify the best visual um, search engine, and that will become YouTube. Okay. So
Mhm.
in YouTube, for anything in this entire world you want to learn, go ahead and type in its name, the domain name, and the life cycle, complete life cycle. And now how long you want to sit and complete it depends upon that. So the format is typing the domain name,
Mhm.
then what you want to learn in that domain, then that is life cycle, and in how many minutes you want to learn. Okay. Say um personal investment life cycle in 10 minutes, okay, or in 3 minutes. Now you search the closest YouTube video. It could be 4 minutes, 5 minutes, or 2 minutes. If you have searched for the 5 minutes, or if you have searched for 10 minutes, it could be 7 minutes, 8 minutes, or 9 minutes. Pick that up, okay, apply the golden quadrant of learning, okay, thrice, okay. And then when it says that golden quadrant of learning, it means that every single thing you first anchor it with the
Mhm.
declaration, then learn it, press the YouTube link, and then you take a note of it from your memory, okay, and then summarize it back. Okay, you summarize it back without looking at that, and when you do it thrice, you will feel more confidence that you have understood. But if you can do that even for a week, you will become master in that topic. So this is the hack you can take for
Okay.
any single domain. Yeah. And in case you forget what I said, so this recording from last 4 minutes, you are going to re-listen. Okay. And you will be able to recall. Good or good?
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav.
You're most welcome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Go
you.
back and just drop your comment into WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, followed by your name. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Bye. Good night, everyone. Thank you all.
Bye.